Chosen ones, God is wiping every debt you owe. A sudden financial miracle is here. Beloved child, I need you to quiet your heart, silence the anxious thoughts racing through your mind, and listen to me with absolute focus right now. The message you are about to receive is a direct answer to the prayers you have been weeping and whispering in the dark. I am speaking to you today because I have seen the heavy, suffocating chain of debt that has been wrapped tightly around your life. I have watched you during those long, agonizing, sleepless nights, staring up at the ceiling, while your mind desperately tried to calculate numbers that simply refused to add up. I know the exact feeling that drops in the pit of your stomach when the phone rings from an unknown number, or when you walk to the mailbox only to find more envelopes demanding payments that you simply do not have. I have seen the way you quietly sigh when you look at your bank account, feeling a crushing wave of exhaustion wash over you, because no matter how hard you work, no matter how many hours you sacrifice, the mountain of debt only seems to grow taller and more intimidating. You have carried this financial burden in absolute silence because you did not want to worry the people you love. You have put on a brave smile for the world, pretending that everything was perfectly fine, while internally you felt like you were drowning under the weight of financial obligations. You have asked yourself repeatedly, how did I even get here? When will this endless, exhausting cycle of borrowing and paying just to survive finally come to an end? My beautiful, resilient child, I hear the exhaustion in your spirit. I see the tears that you quickly wipe away before anyone can notice. But I want to declare a profound and absolute truth over your life today. The heavy, suffocating season of debt that has kept you bound in fear and anxiety is officially, permanently coming to an end. I am not a God who ignores the cries of my children when they are crushed under the weight of oppression. Debt is a form of modern-day captivity designed by the enemy to keep your focus strictly on survival, so that you never have the energy or the resources to step into your true, magnificent kingdom purpose. But those heavy chains are breaking right now. I am stepping into your financial situation with unprecedented power, and I am bringing a sudden, miraculous cancellation to the debts that have kept your spirit imprisoned for far too long. If you are absolutely ready to completely release the heavy burden of debt and step into a reality of complete financial freedom, type Amen in the comments below. Let this act be a physical declaration that you are aligning your faith with the massive miracle I am performing in your life today. Before I reveal exactly how this supernatural debt cancellation is going to visibly manifest for you, I want to share a divine tool that will help your mind prepare for this sudden shift into wealth. What if the massive wealth and total financial peace you are destined for could be triggered from inside your own mind, through a powerful sound frequency once hidden in highly classified files? Experts confirm that this unique signal naturally attracts opportunity, removes subconscious blockages to wealth, and totally rewires your mind for absolute financial freedom. Thousands of people are already putting it to use to completely transform their reality. Click the link in the description and comments right now and activate this hidden brainwave today to perfectly align your mind with the massive financial miracle that is rushing toward you. Now, listen to the absolute certainty in my voice. The financial miracle I am orchestrating for you is not going to be a slow, agonizing process of penny pinching for the next 20 years. I am the God of the sudden breakthrough. I am the God who parts the Red Sea in an instant when my children are trapped with their backs against an impossible wall. You are about to experience sudden, undeniable debt cancellation. I am aligning unexpected financial windfalls, massive new opportunities, and supernatural favor that will allow you to wipe out thousands of dollars of debt in a single miraculous stroke. Mortgages, student loans, credit cards, and medical bills that have haunted your peace of mind for years are going to be completely obliterated by the flood of provision I am releasing into your hands. The enemy desperately wanted you to believe that you would die in debt, that you would spend the rest of your natural life working just to pay off the interest of your past mistakes or unavoidable emergencies. He wanted to keep you feeling ashamed, small, and restricted, but I am removing the heavy cloak of shame from your shoulders forever. You are a chosen one, a royal priesthood, and it is entirely out of alignment with your heavenly identity to live as a servant to the lender. I am aggressively turning the tables. I am shifting the economy of your household. You are transitioning rapidly from the one who always has to borrow to the one who has more than enough to lend, to give, and to bless others out of your massive, unstoppable overflow. Keep your eyes open, my child. The miraculous provision is not delayed, it is already in motion. The days of financial suffocation are entirely over. My deeply cherished child, as we move deeper into this divine revelation, I need you to completely change the way you look at the debt that has been suffocating you. For far too long, you have carried a profound sense of personal shame regarding your financial situation. The world has conditioned you to believe that your debt is a reflection of your character, a sign of your irresponsibility, or proof of your failure. You have looked at the numbers and silently condemned yourself, replaying past decisions in your mind and wondering what you could have done differently. But I am asking you right now to entirely release that toxic guilt. I look at your heart, and I know exactly why you are in this position. You did not accumulate this burden out of selfish greed or reckless living. You took on this weight because you were desperately trying to survive in a system that was built to work against you. You took it on because you were trying to provide for the people you love, or because unexpected emergencies crashed into your life like violent, unpreventable storms. I need you to understand a profound spiritual truth today. For a chosen one, debt is rarely just a mathematical equation or a simple matter of economics. It is a highly calculated, heavily orchestrated spiritual attack designed specifically by the enemy to keep you entirely paralyzed. The kingdom of darkness knows the immense, world-changing potential that resides inside your spirit. The enemy knows that if you were ever truly free, if you ever had unlimited resources and complete peace of mind, you would build ministries, you would fund movements of light, and you would become an unstoppable force for my kingdom. Because he cannot touch your soul or steal your salvation, he decided to attack your focus. He used the spirit of debt as a heavy iron leash to keep you bound to the ground, forcing you to look down at your bills in constant panic instead of looking up at your glorious divine calling. When you are constantly vibrating at the heavy, exhausting frequency of financial survival, your spirit becomes severely drained. The enemy uses the stress of debt to hijack your attention, ensuring that all your mental and emotional energy is entirely consumed by the desperate need to simply make it to the end of the month. But I am violently cutting that leash today. I am completely destroying the yoke of financial bondage that has kept my most powerful vessel restricted and confined. If you recognize that your financial struggle has actually been a massive spiritual battle for your focus, and you are absolutely ready to claim your total victory over the spirit of debt, type 777 inches. The comments below. Let this be your powerful public decree that the enemy's strategy against your finances has completely and utterly failed. Before I reveal exactly what will happen inside your mind, the moment this financial burden is lifted, I want to remind you of a profound physical tool I have placed in your path to help you align with this new reality. What if the massive wealth and total financial peace you are destined for could be triggered from inside your own mind through a powerful sound frequency once hidden in classified files? Experts confirm that this unique signal naturally attracts opportunity, permanently removes subconscious blockages to wealth, and totally rewires your mind for absolute financial freedom. Thousands of people are already putting it to use to completely transform their reality. Click the link in the description and comments right now and activate this hidden brainwave today to perfectly align your mind with the debt-free miracle that is rushing toward you. Now, listen closely to what is going to happen in the spiritual realm as I aggressively wipe these debts from your record. When the heavy, suffocating fog of financial panic is finally lifted from your life, you are going to experience a miraculous, sudden return of your divine creative energy. For years, your brilliant God-given imagination has been held hostage by anxiety. The creative genius that I placed inside of you has been lying dormant because a mind that is consumed by the terror of survival simply does not have the space to dream, to invent, or to build. But as the miracle of debt cancellation manifests in your life, you are going to feel a literal physical weight lift off your chest. You are going to breathe deeply and freely for the first time in what feels like a lifetime. And in that beautiful, expansive space of new peace, your mind is going to explode with supernatural ideas. I am going to download blueprints for new businesses, innovative solutions, and creative projects directly into your spirit. The energy you used to spend crying over credit card statements and overdue notices is going to be miraculously redirected into creating massive, generational wealth. You were never created to be a professional debt payer, my beloved. You were intricately designed to be a world changer, a pioneer, and a kingdom financier. I am restoring your mental clarity. I am returning the joy of your salvation and the unshakable peace of your mind. As the numbers on those balances drop miraculously to zero, your spiritual capacity is going to multiply by 1,000. You are shifting from a posture of exhausting defense into a posture of glorious, unstoppable offense. The enemy thought the debt would bury you, but he did not realize that I was using the pressure to turn you into a diamond. My precious and heavily burdened child, you have spent countless hours trying to calculate contemplate how you could possibly escape the towering mountain of debt that stands before you. You have looked at your current income, you have analyzed your expenses, and human logic has repeatedly told you that it will take decades of relentless, agonizing struggle to finally be free. You have almost resigned yourself to the thought that this is just the way life has to be. But I am commanding you to completely abandon human logic today. I am not bound by the failing economies of this world, and my divine provision is absolutely never limited by your current salary. When I decide to move in your finances, I do not need a natural explanation, and I do not require a perfect credit score. I am the God of the sudden, the unexplainable, and the overflowing miracle. I am right now arranging specific, highly orchestrated events in the spiritual realm that are about to violently and beautifully collide with your physical reality. I see the specific sacrifices you have made. I saw when you skipped meals, just to make sure a payment was made on time. I saw you wear the same old clothes year after year, while you quietly poured every spare penny into debts that seemed to never decrease. I saw the quiet dignity with which you carried this heavy burden, never demanding a handout, always trying to do the right thing. Because of your quiet faithfulness, I am about to reward you openly. You are about to experience the profound shock and the breathtaking awe of sudden debt cancellation. I am actively moving the hearts of people in positions of earthly power to grant you favor that you did not even ask for. I am uncovering forgotten resources, hidden inheritances, and unexpected windfalls of cash that literally have your name written on them. You are going to receive checks in the mail that you cannot logically explain. Opportunities are going to drop directly into your lap that will provide exactly the amount you need to wipe out that lingering, stressful balance. Even your creditors will experience a sudden shift in your favor. Settlements will be offered, massive balances will be miraculously forgiven, and debts will be completely erased as if they never existed. This is not a fairy tale, my beloved. This is the active, moving, and undeniable power of my hand upon your life. I am parting the Red Sea of your financial crisis so you can walk right through on dry ground. If you are completely ready to stop calculating your limitations and start expecting my supernatural provision to wipe your slate clean, type 333 inches the comments below. Let this be your bold public declaration that you are fully open to receiving sudden, unexpected financial miracles from every possible direction. Before I teach you exactly how to position your heart and your mind to receive this sudden influx of wealth, I want to remind you of a physical tool I have provided to help align your subconscious mind with this massive shift. What if the massive wealth and total financial peace you are destined for could be triggered from inside your own mind through a powerful sound frequency once hidden in highly classified files? Experts confirm that this unique signal naturally attracts opportunity, permanently removes subconscious blockages to wealth, and totally rewires your mind for absolute financial freedom. Thousands of people are already putting it to use to completely transform their reality. Click the link in the description and comments right now and activate this hidden brainwave today to perfectly align your mind with the debt-free miracle that is rushing toward you. Now, I need you to fundamentally change the way you physically interact with your finances. From this exact moment forward, when you open a bill, when you look at a bank statement, or when you receive a collection notice in the mail, I absolutely forbid you from letting your heart sink into a pit of panic. Do not give the enemy the satisfaction of seeing your fear. Instead, I want you to hold that piece of paper in your hands, look directly at the balance, and boldly declare with authority, "My Father in heaven has already paid this in full." I need you to start treating those debts as if they have already been entirely cancelled, because in the spiritual realm, the transaction has already been completed. The price has been paid. Your faith is the bridge that brings the spiritual reality into the physical world. I am testing your readiness to receive the overflow. If you continue to speak about your debt as an impossible, immovable mountain, you give power to the mountain. But if you begin to speak about my limitless, overflowing provision, you give power to the miracle. I am right now aligning your path with people, institutions, and opportunities that hold the physical keys to your financial breakthrough. I am orchestrating meetings, phone calls, and sudden shifts in your career that will result in massive, undeniable overflow. You will look back at this exact season and marvel at how quickly the heavy iron chains of debt fell off your wrists. The financial prison doors are wide open, and the angels are waiting for you to simply stand up and walk out. You are not going to slowly chip away at this burden. You are going to watch it evaporate completely in the blinding light of my favor. My beautifully resilient child, as this massive financial miracle continues to unfold and the physical evidence of your debt cancellation begins to manifest, we must perform a crucial spiritual surgery on your mindset. It is not enough for me to simply remove the physical debt from your life. I must entirely eradicate the psychological and spiritual trauma that the debt has left behind. For years, you have lived with what heaven calls a debtor's mindset. This mindset is a heavy, invisible cloak of shame that makes you feel inferior, apologetic, and constantly unworthy. It is the subtle voice that tells you to keep your head down, to avoid answering unknown phone calls, and to feel a sudden spike of terror every time you open your mailbox. It is the feeling of walking into a room and secretly believing that everyone else is more successful, more responsible, and more favored than you are. I am completely shattering that debtor's mindset right now. I need you to violently reject the identity of a borrower. You are not defined by a credit score. You are not measured by your past financial mistakes, and your worth is absolutely not determined by a collection agency. You are a chosen vessel of the Most High God. You are royalty. The bloodline of heaven runs through your veins, and it is entirely illegal in the spiritual realm for royalty to live in a state of perpetual financial begging. I am restoring your dignity today. I am lifting your chin and commanding you to look the world directly in the eye. You will no longer walk through life apologizing for your existence or feeling like you owe the universe a debt you can never repay. If you are absolutely ready to strip off the heavy, humiliating garments of the debtor and step fully into the unshakable confidence of kingdom royalty, type 555 inches. The comments below. Let this be your public decree that you are reclaiming your spiritual authority over your finances today. You must understand that the enemy will try to test your new reality. Even as the miraculous provision begins to flow, the spirit of fear will attempt to whisper that this blessing is only temporary. It will try to convince you that if you spend a single dollar, you will immediately end up right back where you started. This is the trauma of poverty trying to dictate your future. I am commanding you to aggressively fight those thoughts with the truth of my word. When fear whispers that you will never have enough, you must boldly declare that the Lord is your shepherd and you shall not want. You must begin to physically and emotionally carry yourself like someone who is completely debt-free long before the final statement arrives in the mail. When you speak about your finances, you must use the vocabulary of abundance, not the vocabulary of survival. I am also preparing you for a massive shift in how people perceive you. When the heavy burden of debt is removed, your entire physical countenance will change. The exhaustion will leave your eyes. The deep lines of worry will fade from your face. People will look at you and wonder what secret you have discovered, because you will be radiating a supernatural, unexplainable peace. You will suddenly have the mental clarity and the emotional bandwidth to show up for your family, your calling, and your community in ways you never could when you were drowning in financial panic. Before I reveal the final, breathtaking stage of this financial transformation, I want to share a vital tool for your continued mental fortification. What if the massive wealth and total financial peace you are stepping into could be permanently locked in through a powerful sound frequency once hidden in highly classified files? Experts confirm that this unique signal naturally attracts continuous opportunity, permanently removes any lingering subconscious fears of poverty, and totally rewires your mind for absolute financial dominion. Thousands of people are already putting it to use to completely transform their reality. Click the link in the description and comments right now and activate this hidden brainwave today to perfectly align your mind with the permanent, debt-free overflow I am establishing in your life. My beloved, as the chains of debt fall away, I am transitioning you into the role of a master steward. You are no longer going to be a victim of your finances. You are going to be the absolute manager of them. I am downloading supernatural wisdom into your spirit right now, teaching you exactly how to manage the massive overflow that is coming. You will intuitively know how to multiply the resources I give you. You will make brilliant, divinely inspired investments. You will recognize financial traps from miles away and easily avoid them. The years that the locusts of debt have eaten are being completely restored to you. I am not just bringing you back to zero. I am propelling you into a state of massive, unprecedented surplus. You are crossing the threshold from the wilderness of borrowing into the promised land of lending, building, and leaving a generational inheritance. My beautifully resilient and highly favored child, as we reach the culmination of this sacred prophetic decree, I want you to close your eyes and deeply inhale the atmosphere of absolute freedom that is settling over your life right now. The heavy, dark, and suffocating clouds of financial anxiety that have relentlessly pursued you for years are finally breaking apart, and the brilliant, warming sunlight of total financial liberation is breaking through to illuminate your path. You are no longer a captive to the stressful, exhausting rhythm of living paycheck to paycheck, always one emergency away from total disaster. You are no longer bound by the silent terror of checking your bank account or dreading the mail carrier's arrival. You are stepping entirely out of the prison of debt and crossing the threshold into a glorious, expansive season of total overflow, where the massive resources I provide will continually exceed your daily needs, your wildest dreams, and your most ambitious kingdom visions. Before I release the final, unbreakable seal of this massive financial transition over your destiny, I want to remind you that I constantly provide divine tools in the physical realm to help your mind permanently align with this new heavenly reality. What if the monumental wealth and absolute financial peace you have been praying for could be triggered from inside your own subconscious through a powerful, scientifically backed sound frequency once hidden in highly classified files? Experts confirm that this unique signal naturally attracts massive opportunity, permanently removes deep-seated blockages and poverty trauma, and brings absolute financial freedom. Thousands of people are already putting it to use to completely transform their lives and step into their wealthy destiny. Click the link in the description and comments right now, and activate this hidden brainwave today to permanently switch your mind into a state of continuous, overflowing abundance. Now, lift your head, my chosen pioneer. I want to paint a vivid picture of the breathtaking future that is rushing toward you at this exact second. Imagine the profound, overwhelming joy of waking up in the morning knowing that every single one of your debts has been completely erased. Imagine the sheer peace of looking at a clean slate, where your income no longer belongs to creditors, banks, or collection agencies, but belongs entirely to you and the divine purposes I have placed in your heart. You are moving from the painful reality of zero, the desperate struggle to just break even, into the glorious reality of overflow. I am not just wiping your slate clean to leave you empty. I am filling your storehouses until they burst. Imagine the profound joy of being able to bless someone else in secret, to pay for a stranger's groceries, to fund a ministry, or to help a family member in need, all without ever having to calculate whether you can afford to be generous. This is the staggering magnitude of the financial miracle I am bestowing upon you. It is a wealth that brings absolutely no sorrow with it. It is a wealth that buys you the most precious commodity on this earth: time. Time to heal, time to rest, time to create, and time to dwell in my presence without the constant, buzzing distraction of financial survival. You will no longer look at price tags with a sense of dread. You will no longer have to choose between necessities. I am bringing you into a spacious place, a land flowing with milk and honey, where your cup will literally run over. Because you have walked through the excruciating fire of debt with your integrity fully intact, this massive wealth will only magnify the deep goodness that is already inside of you. You will be a brilliant beacon of hope, a living, breathing testimony of my miraculous provision, proving to a doubting world that I am a God who honors faithfulness and rescues those who diligently seek me in the secret place. If you are absolutely ready to walk into this radiant future, if you fully accept this divine assignment of kingdom wealth, and total financial freedom. Type 999 inches, the comments below. Let this be your final, powerful declaration of faith, locking in the promises of heaven over your life, your home, and your future generations. My beloved, you have endured enough. You have cried enough. You have worried enough. The season of financial suffocation is officially, permanently over. I am commanding the angels of prosperity to surround your home right now. I am commanding every closed door of financial opportunity to be blown off its hinges. I am commanding the massive wealth of the wicked to be seamlessly transferred into the hands of the righteous, into your hands. I am blessing the work of your hands so that everything you touch from this moment forward will prosper, multiply, and turn to gold. I am giving you the divine power to get wealth, so that my covenant may be permanently established on the earth through your life. Rest tonight in the absolute, unshakable assurance that your Father in heaven has heard your desperate cries. The massive financial miracle is not just coming, it is already here. It is yours. It is ordained. It is protected. Walk forward with the quiet, unshakable confidence of royalty, for you are a deeply cherished child of the Most High God, and your eternal season of breathtaking abundance has finally arrived. May my overwhelming peace, my unending favor, and my limitless provision rest heavily upon you and your household, today, tomorrow, and for all of eternity. Amen.